Hey everyone, this is Russell Brunson. I want to welcome you back to Funnel University. I'm so excited to have you guys here. And this month, we're breaking down a couple really cool funnels. The first one I want to talk about is a funnel that we recently did called Double Your Reading. Some of you guys probably saw it or participated in it. Every January we do a live event with Howard Berg, the world's fastest reader. And we do it in a way that's different and something I don't see a lot of people doing. I talked about this concept in the .com Secrets book. Actually, my friend Dagan Smith and I did a whole 3-day event about 2.5 years ago teaching this concept, but no one's really doing it. So I wanted to show you guys behind the scenes of what it is and how it works, because when you learn how it all works, it's pretty cool. So the original concept behind this is something we call the invisible funnel. And the way it kind of became a thing was back in the day I was working for a guy named Chet Holmes who passed away a couple years ago. But he had this really cool business, and what he would do is he would have people come on a 3-hour webinar, and at the end of the webinar he'd sell them like a $5,000 package. But the way he structured that webinar was really cool. He said basically you'd come in, you put your credit card down, but you didn't have to pay anything right now. And you could go through that entire process, the entire 3 hours, and at the end of it, if you loved it, you would pay I think it was $297. And if not, you didn't pay anything. So it's kind of like going to a restaurant, eating all the food, then after you were done, if you thought it was amazing, then you would pay, and if not, then you didn't pay anything. Or going to a movie and sitting through the whole movie, and then the end of the movie, you're like, was that worth the $10? Yeah, it was. Or nope, it wasn't. That movie sucked, right? Whatever it is. And so that's how he did everything, and it was really cool. And so I was talking one day to Dagan Smith, who's a close friend, and I showed him Chet's model. I mean, this is what he's doing, and Dagan was like, "How can I replicate that online?" And so a few days later, he launched the very first ever invisible funnel online. And he crushed it. After that, he showed me. Then I launched an invisible funnel. We had a whole bunch of other people launching invisible funnels. And then we did, like I said, did a live event that was just for the top thought leaders in about 12 different industries. They all came and we taught them. And a bunch of people have done it, but that's about it. And so I'm trying to share more and more about this because the concept is really, really cool. And so basically the concept is, like I said, is you have to be able to deliver something to someone, like a tangible result. So for example, double your reading, the tangible result was, we will help you to double your reading during this training. So you come on, you put your credit card down, go through the entire training process, and at the end of it, if and only if you double your reading do you pay. If you don't, let us know, we won't bill you anything. So that was kind of the concept behind it. I think this is the 3rd year we've done it. Every January we do it with Howard Berg because he's awesome, and I think everyone should learn how to double their reading, and so it's just kind of a fun promotion. We just did it recently, and so I want to show you guys behind the scenes of how it works. So I'm going to take you over here to the monitors. So this is the page, and again, you can see it live if you go to doubleyourreading.com. Basically, it's a headline that talks about the big results. The big result is double your reading, or you don't pay anything. Like, that's it. Pretty simple. And there's a video right here that follows. If you read the .com Secrets book, there's a script in there that I use for my invisible funnel sales videos. And basically, this goes through there where it talks about, like, here's the result you're going to get. You don't pay unless it's amazing, and that kind of a thing. Then down here you got the button where they can apply to read. And then here I kind of like having the terms written out because I don't want people to get confused and refund and be upset or whatever. So I write it out again. So basically it says, this is how it's going to work. Step number 1, you put in your credit card to reserve your spot. Number 2, you're going to attend the workshop. And then number 3, if you haven't doubled your reading, let us know and you won't pay a dime. If so, we're going to bill you just $100. Okay. So that's how we run the first year. The second year we added a little tweak. So if you come down here, this is what it looks like right here. So basically we had the option where if you double your reading, pay $0 now, then $100 in 5 days if you double your reading. But we added the second option that said, hey, if you know you're going to go through this anyway and you love it, just prepay and you'll save $20 and it's only $80. And what was interesting is it was between 70 and 80% of the people took the prepay option, which was amazing because we ended up making a ton of money up front on an offer that's basically a free offer. So that was really, really cool. And so that was the first page here. All right. Now Howard has a whole bunch of other products and services. So we took all his best stuff and we bundled it together and we made an upsell. So this is kind of the upsell right here. And it was basically his 12-week course, $197 if they want to buy. And if they say yes, boom, it adds it to their order. If they say no, then it doesn't, obviously. And I think the conversion on that was upwards of 18%, which is amazing. And so between this and this, like this campaign, once again, crushed it, did amazing. And so that's basically the funnel. Then after that, then they come in here, and this is kind of the members area right here. The members area, we've got, kind of show them how it all works and have all the handouts they need ahead of time. And then we posted the replay here. So if any of you guys do want to go back and funnel hack it and buy it, you'll see the actual replay of the webinar here. But before, we just had a registration link. Hey, click here to register for the webinar, and they jumped on and we did this 4-hour webinar with Howard. And then we got a bunch of other things. In fact, one of the bonuses I offered anyone who went through this invisible funnel is actually the share funnel for this invisible funnel. So if you do get W reading, you can get the share funnel for it right there. But that's kind of the concept. So basically 3 pages. Step 1 was the sales page, step 2 is the upsell page, and step 3 is the members area. So I'm going to walk you guys through this real quick over here as we sketch it out. So the first page here in the invisible funnel is basically, typically we got a sales video here, and we're talking about the result. We've done invisible funnels in a bunch of markets. We did it in the dating market. It was like, come on this webinar, and then we're gonna teach you how to get a girlfriend this weekend. Go out in the weekend, get a girlfriend. If you do, then you don't pay anything. If you don't get a girlfriend, lesson on Monday, we won't bill you. We've done it in the couponing industry, like show you how to save a bunch of money on your groceries. We've done it in weight loss. We've done it in juicing. We've done it in a ton of different places. So this concept works, but it all ties down to having a result you can deliver during this live training. Then you've got your add to cart button down here, to cart. And then here we had obviously kind of here's the rules of what's happening so they understand. And then for the order block, what we did, like I said, is we have the $0 and then the full pay, or we have prepay and save. For us, we just save $20. Okay, so that's the first page. Then from there, we took them to a very simple upsell. The upsell video is just taking this result and then taking the results like one thing you're going to give them in your system. This is now like the entire thing. So for here, it was this 12-week course. Basically had a add to order button. So they add that to their order. We did ours for $197. Depending on what you're selling comes there. And then here's the members area where you actually deliver the webinar. So we just had basically video here and then register for webinar. And they register and then they go on the webinar over here. And this is where you deliver the actual result. And that's kind of it. So there is what the invisible funnel kind of looks like. Now, a couple of things that we didn't do with Howard's that you could do on like a typical invisible funnel webinar is a lot of times on this webinar you got someone, and we have like 85-90% show up rate on these webinars. People stay for the entire 4 hours. So for me, as someone who likes to sell stuff, like the best time to sell someone is after they got an amazing result and you got something like the next thing, right? And so what we do a lot of times, and again, we didn't do it for Howard's just because he didn't really have like a really high ticket thing, but offering your high ticket programs is amazing on the end of invisible funnel webinar. So you're offering your high end coaching program, a done for you system, whatever it is you have, it fits there really, really good. And so that, you guys, is an invisible funnel. So now you got no excuses if you've been wondering, should I do one? Should I not do one? It works amazing. We don't typically drive a lot of cold traffic to this. Usually this is something we do with our list. And it does a couple things. It gives you a cool way to monetize your list. It gives them a cool experience. So they have a chance to spend 3 or 4 hours with you, and it builds a bond and a relationship with them that's amazing. You're giving them a result, which is exciting. You make some money, and it becomes a really fun, cool thing. So we do these a couple times throughout the year, and based on different topics. And it's one of the best things you can do. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and that is how you run your very own invisible funnel.